Hello everyone, how very good of you to join and welcome back to the rebellions to our glorious town of Sleepy Hollow City. Let's start this right away by researching the power plant, my next production building for electricity. As we're, well, reaching the limits of what we can expand, I'm reaching also the limits of where I can set my turbines to. And we still need a lot of them if I want to make a proper amount of energy for all of that. Look at that, my shocking tower here, by the way, is also activated now. This is pretty great because it's got some natural defense here too, right? And we can also then reinforce this one here with another ballista if I want to. Of course I want to. And we're also gonna reinforce this. This is just a tiny solitary defense here in the middle of nowhere, just in case there's a breach here. They would still be attracted by that before they get to my next line of defense. Speaking about the next line of defense, that looks pathetic. So this is something that is not allowed at all. So I'm gonna build up a proper line of defense here, and you know what, we could actually merge it with this one while I'm at it, right? So here we have now the next line because this is actually, you know, what is this? And you're getting into my major town there. I can't allow that to happen. We are also gonna probably push this one all the way up then and have another major line of defense here now. Troops should be able to move through this though, right? So we're gonna have some gates in between. And that's the next line that we're growing here right now. Electricity is growing nicely. This we can use for more food. I would like to have another farm here. 150? It's not ideal. 150? Really? It has a full row of food. Let's go ahead. As we want that. I would still like to push for more upgrades, right? We're reaching really now the levels where things are getting a bit nasty with the attack, so we need to fortify even further, but I would still like to upgrade a few more. It just feels so great to have more tax income. Also my tents, yeah, we can upgrade all the tents at once. No props there. Power plant has been finished. A very important building. There it is. Produces 160 energy, so that's over 100 more than a normal advanced build. However, it consumes 10 wood supply. Right? Let's live with that. And let's have this one... yeah, here. This is a well-protected area. Gotta make sure that we're not blocking anything. And with that, we are also consuming then some wood. Which is fine. We can just add more sawmills to counter that again as well. Alright, 4 more days for the next attack. Once again, it's stone. We have upgraded almost all of my quarries now. This one we can still, but it's iron. But I need iron, so let's upgrade. We still need more stone. There's nothing anymore I could do. This is all upgraded. This one's working. There would be more out here. An advanced quarry would be give me 8 stone here. Let's go ahead and get this one. There's an executor protecting it, right? Also gonna wall off these executors here. Oh, this one. Interesting. There you go. And this one here we definitely also wall off a bit so that they can do some damage. Alright, looking at my resources, stone we have. Having another upgrade. 2000 is the income, that is okay. Food we still have plenty of. Research wise, it's also fine. I'm actually inclined to go with yet another power plant then. And that should be a lot of electricity for the foreseeable future. Let's have the next power plant. There you go. And to counter the increase in wood, let's also have a sawmill here. And here we already have one. Yeah. +8 is also fine. This entirely counters the increase in electricity again. Okay, we continue also with using any kind of resources we have to upgrade all the walls to stone walls.
Attention, building completed.
It's also now that I'm starting my units, the Thanatos, as my new mass unit. These are pretty expensive, and they're gonna drop my upkeep, right? But they're gonna be very powerful and one of my major priorities from now on for my defenses. So this queue will always be full now, right? And in this case, just see, we have this area. I can have some smaller wasp in here still, and also here. And then probably another line here behind that, just in case. There's my Tesla towers getting attacked. That's okay. Oh, that was the first one already. There's the bugger. Super slow they are, but holy cow, they're strong. And we're gonna want as many of them as possible. Let's also use the stone that we have to push another major upgrade. And get the Thanatos to my weaker areas, right? So down here right now, I'd say. This is also where I got my soldiers. Let's move them down. Because I want to still secure this area here, right? To have another line of defense rolling. 2 days for the next attack.
Building completed.
Upgrade finished. We're at 2,500 income. That should be enough for the final waves. I'm gonna have exactly one more upgrade, alright? That's the major last upgrades that we're pushing for my houses. So that's the city then, by the look of it. Okay. Let's get this one done. I need a Tesla tower here. And I need a Tesla tower here.
Attention. Building completed.
Yes, tell me what to kill. Let's go.
Sounds good.
Next Thanatos are coming out. We can queue in a few more. I will also need to still a bit more food. Oh, there's 70 food here waiting. That's actually pretty neat. Take this. And there we have also finished this. So we have our next line of defense right here. I always forget about these freaking gates. There you go. So this is not the outer layer anymore. Super crazy, right? Just one zombie and look at that. You would have mass infections. This is a dead end. This is nice. This is also finished now. So here we can use this rock. Then we have the gold here. I don't like this. I mean, it's nice, of course, for quarry. Not that we really need it, so I'm not gonna push any further here. We rather want to have our line then here. So that's layer number 2. And here I'm actually pushing double gate. Seems to be some enemy here still. Yeah. There you go. And the cool thing is, about this area, we can, yeah, make this one crazy with traps. So this is the absolute outer layer here now. Oh! There's actually not something any. There's not something any. There's nothing coming from here. This is a safe zone, so they're all coming from here. Okay. Do we have another oil deposit? We should have some oil somewhere left. It's this one. Definitely use this. And I think with that we have all the oil now that we can use. There is another bunch of oil down here that we probably want to use, if I'm being honest. I will just see. Did I say last upgrade? You know what? Nah, I can't do it. I do it. Let's upgrade again. And build me a bunch of... We're gonna with the Executor right away. Because why not? Why should we go with anything lesser than this? And also here. From the south! Did you see that? Perfect timing. There's still here some minor roads, some minor thingies. Then I would still go ahead with this upgrade here too. Let's have a tower here. So this one No shock tower here. Let's get the Thanatos down, all of them.
Building completed.
Where are they spawning? Okay, let's just check it out. They're here, so they're more likely to go for this area than this area at the moment. I'm still gonna push some traps here, and I'm still gonna push this upgrade here too.
Building completed.
Right now, I cannot see where they're going.
Building completed. Attention.
They're going more to the west right now. Is that right? I think they are.
Explode a skull.
Attention. Building completed.
Tricky. They might split. They might split into two lesser groups. So I'm gonna keep my Thanatos here. Yeah, they're coming here. There they are.
So many targets.
Not to be hurried.
This is an interesting point to enter for them. If I'm being honest, I did not expect they're trying to get through this. But there it's the Thanatos and their powerful rocket launches. I love that. It's mesmerizing to watch this. We are going to stop real quick because I can still upgrade. Let's upgrade more homes. And I'm also going to upgrade all my my towers now to stone walls. Stone towers. Still doesn't end. Let's also queue in some more Thanatos again, because it's almost empty. I need more farms for this too. Where can we go for another one? Running out of space for my freaking farms. Okay, that wave has been survived quite easily, so right. So this wasn't really a challenge, especially since they were trying to get through this, which of course is nonsense. And here that would also have held, so that's also all fine.
Put this awesome body to use.
Tell me your darkest thoughts.
And I'm even considering if an attack like this happens again. I mean, yeah, it's not bad, right? We can keep like 2 Thanatos here together with all of this. Let's upgrade this to an executor. Have the snipers up here. It's not bad at all. Right, this is a good area. They would have to chew through a lot of stone. Okay, we're getting the next farms ready for my Thanatos. There it is. Queue them in again, and we still also need... Yeah, let's have another power plant. We're running out of power again. Gonna push 2 additional power plants over here. You know what? Let's make it 3 additional power plants. For this, of course, we will need more wood. So let's try to push this a bit further. There's a 10 wood here. Nice. And there's a 13 wood here. And there's a... Yeah. 11 wood here. Nice. So there we can counter it. For all the additional electricity, and boy, we're gonna need a lot. Let's continue upgrading any kind of wall we have to stone wall. I don't like this up here. We're gonna push here another line of defense.
Attention. Building completed.
14 oil. Yeah, oil will be my biggest issue. I really would like to get this oil here going. So let's get my soldiers into this area and secure it for us.
Building
By the way, they were coming from here,
Building completed.
southwise.
I smell this.
Where's this going to?
Thanatos. Ready and cool.
Attention.
Building
Nice.
complete.
There you go.
Yeah.
Because we are going to need that oil here.
Attacking the colony defenses.
Oh, wow. There's a lot.
Any orders?
There's way more coming.
Understood. Great idea, sir.
Not good.
Ready and cool.
Orders. Building completed. Of course, Commander. Come on. They are trying to break through.
What is this? Where are they coming from? This is a leftover from another wave? It sure looks like it.
Our defenses are being attacked.
Let's get more Thanatos out. Something big is happening up here too. That's just some smaller attack, it seems. There's nothing else I could push here. And all of that just for a bit of oil. But that's what you want to do. There's my oil. We're gonna protect this oil. Because it pays for my Thanatos.
An autograph.
Might even be thinking about an executor here. Yeah, let's do this. And have a stone wall protecting all of this. That's just how it goes.
Tell me your dark.
It's just that we don't need the troops here anymore, right? It's not going to survive a wave, obviously. But it's a start.
Thanatos. Ready and cool. I smashed it last night.
Okay, more coming out, Thanatos, more we're pushing. And what we want to do now is we want to spread them out, right? So I'm going to take like 3 for each area, right? So we want to have them at every bigger entry point. Like here, for example, let's send 3. Let's send those 3 to... this is still very weak looking. Let's send 3 here, right? They're gonna protect this area. Then we're gonna send another 3 over to this area here for sure. So here we're gonna need a lot of troops though.
Attention.
Also gonna have my
Blow up things.
soldiers over here. And we might also add... Oh, right, we have the electricity now. We have 600 electricity. What I would like to do with that now is upgrade all my ballistas to executors. This is gonna take time, right? So now we upgrade 5. And every time we have a bit of resources in again, we're gonna push more of them now. That's important. That's gonna cost me a lot of oil. So what we can also do is we could purchase oil from the market, right? Like so. But it's not very profitable. So I'd rather not do it. Okay, let's have a look at my weakest lines. Here, let's upgrade the stone walls. This one we can upgrade. There's another line here that we can go with. And another double wall here. Okay, with some wasp in between. And we might then even say all of this here trap. If they breach it, then they will have a full bunch of traps before they get deeper. This is here a bit more problematic now, right? This is not meant to be a full line of defense, obviously. We can make it like one though. One more day, and then we have another major attack coming in. Wave 10. Which I think... Wait a second. Are we? I think we are coming into the last wave now. Oh, I'm not prepared. Upgrade that tower here. Highest target.
Not sleeping, just resting.
This one should be fine now, right? There's so many troops here. This one also looks actually pretty nice. A shock tower wouldn't be so bad to have here. As another line of defense. So if they're getting this far, right, we can then also say take this area here and make it here as well.
Thanatos, ready and cool.
Attention. Building completed.
Where's my stone? The pace is so slow for stone. It's incredible. This line is okay-ish. Might have a shock tower here too. For the fun of it. And this one is also pretty cool. Might also have a shock tower here. And definitely some wasps.
Attention. Building completed.
Thanatos, ready and cool.
This one looks pretty weak though. Let's upgrade both of them. Let's have the wasp in here. If we have a bit of money here, then two. And let's get the Thanatoses over to this location too. So we need to spread them. We're building more all the time. There you go. And let's get a few more down here now.
What?
This area still needs to be upgraded. That's okay. We have the electricity for that.
Building completed.
Just one weak point and the game is over. Really. That's just how it goes, unfortunately.
Ready and
Let's have two wasps in here. Shock tower here would be great. Make a shock tower here. And also protect this with an extra layer of stone.
The swarm of infected is
Okay,
moving into the colonies.
south. Nah, this
They
is
are
not the
approaching
full
from the
attack.
south.
This is wave 10. Thanatoses. Two more. South last time. Could be anywhere.
just let me
Let's move them down here.
cigar. Bullseye.
Let's move all my soldiers down.
Ready and cool.
This is what I have the soldiers for. The snipers are all positioned.
What do you want? An autograph?
Our forces are in danger.
What? What are you doing here? Get in. Okay, the attack comes.
I'm the freaking boss.
Here. Definitely here.
Do you need me?
My rifle is ready.
Units under attack. All right.
Most likely here. Wait a second.
Attention. Building completed.
Thanatos, ready and cool.
Our soldiers are in trouble.
No idea what that sniper is doing there. He wanted to know it. Yeah, they're coming.
Let's put this awesome body to use.
Tell me. Our forces are in danger. The walls are under attack.
Okay, we have the resources. I would like to train a few more Thanatoses. And then we need to upgrade more towers. Don't like how much damage this wall here is taking. Okay, that's the end of it. Down. Let's repair. There was a lot of damage coming into these walls here, so we're also gonna fortify them with some traps here. But there's not that much more I can do here, right? So they're basically moving in here. I could, of course, still make this one. No. Enough is enough.
Tell me what to
Let's
do.
fortify what we have and be happy. Continuing to increase my defenses also up here, right? So with the stone that we have. Adding another shock tower here, the executor, and yeah, we're just basically closing off this whole area here too. Perhaps I'm abandoning the mine though, because I would need to stretch all around there. I don't like this. So we're rather just gonna make it like so. This is a bit cheaper to pull off, right? So these two quarries here are being abandoned once the big wave starts, but that's okay. That's absolutely fine. And then I'm just gonna push a few more wasps here. In these tiny spots that we have. I would like to have a significant bunch of my soldiers here too.
Understood.
Over here, we still need to upgrade both of them. I would love a shock tower here too. Let's do this.
Attention. Building completed.
There is still some upgrades necessary. This one. Bit of gold we need. Yeah, my income drops now significantly with all the military units we have. The upkeep.
Building completed.
Let's push another 4. Let's make 3 Thanatos. This is fine. Here.
Attention. Building completed.
I'm not gonna have them out here because this line will fall really quickly, right, when the final
They
wave
are
hits.
attacking the colony defenses.
So I rather want to have them here, so this is definitely a more important line that we have. This looks fragile. it's probably fragile. I'm closing it off. There's no more gate here. Doesn't matter, right? Because we don't have any units out here anyway. So this is all abandoned once the wave hits. Because I don't care about this. I care about the inner city. Inner city. A few more upgrades I would love to get at this point. And we're pushing more units. 3 more Thanatos. I'm gonna push to this area. So we have 3 here now. Two more coming out. That's all we need. Do you hear that? Not a single sound. Because it's 78. Day 78 it is. The next swarm reaches us now.
Swarm of infected is heading into
And
the
there it
colony.
is, the west,
They
next
are
attack.
approaching from the west.
And yeah, it's a nice test to see how good my defenses are. Don't have any Thanatos here right now, so that's my next training then. Once we can afford it again.
Attention. Building completed.
Ready to burst some infected. Yes? Last night I dreamt of brains exploding.
Okay, they're gonna attack here. Do I have any units close by? These guys there.
Nice cigar.
Attention. Building completed.
Yes, it's like getting swarmed around it.
Ready and cool.
Problem is, really, do we have... I'm gonna... There's no attack here, right?
Take it easy.
Might try and get them over there.
Break through.
Okay, first line still holds.
Smashed it last night.
Okay, the first line is down. Now they're working on the double wall, right? But they're getting nicely cut into here. And now my Thanatoses are shooting at them too. The reinforcements are coming. But yeah, this is definitely a weak spot, right? Because the final wave will be like this everywhere. Okay, down. Alright, that was that. Let's train a few more. We need them.
Attention. Building completed.
That was certainly an interesting experience. Right, when it comes to see how far they get. They didn't breach that wall there. And that's not even the inner wall, so that was fine. Okay, gonna do it exactly the same again. With the wasps in between. Should be fine. Okay, 92. That will be most likely the last wave.
Is coming.
Alright, there are billions. There we are, final wave incoming.
Ready and
Trained a few more units and also reinforced a few more things. What we don't have the money for really, but, or even I should say the oil, is the inner defenses, right? So the outer defenses are really well protected now everywhere. But as soon as they breach, we need to make sure that we have some inner defenses also with good towers protected. So that would be also this tower here that I can see. Here we should be really secured, right? I can still try to squeeze some more in, but there's really no more space here. So in this case, let's just make sure that all of this is the good use. 12 hours and we're having the final wave and all of the map will reveal itself. So doesn't matter, right? I'm just spamming wasps now. I'm spamming some more executors here for the inner walls especially. This one we can upgrade. Here we can probably squeeze one in. Let's do this. Here I would really like to use one more. So there's my taxes. That wasn't enough anymore. Because I'm not so entirely optimistic about this area. We might actually put this defense here. Done, right. Then I'm waiting for one more tax income perhaps. That's far away. 4 hours. Because this was actually one of my weaker areas. Taxes. And there it is. The final wave, look at that. That's all of them now. Pushing in. Let's just see how it goes. There's the screechers. I hate them. Because they can actually, the harpies, they can actually run over that. Attack is coming in here. Attacks are coming in now here. They're tramping over the walls already. That's the harpies for you. A massive wave is here. There we have the skull. So where there's the skull, there's the biggest, the biggest waves. Fortunately for us, in this case here, they're going through that. This is us. This is really helping us, right? Look at that. That's beautiful. They can't come in at once. So this is really helping us out here, right? I have no worry about this. This is actually where two waves are coming together. This is also here. The pressure is too high. There's an infected village. And the first executor is already down. So this will... Oh, this will probably be a breach now that I look at it. Do we have another shock tower? Wasps? Do we have another shock tower here? There you go. Not so sure about this area there. This area is getting breached now, the outer walls. But it's looking safe, right? So I'm immediately going to take all my units from here. This area is also safe. I'm happy to report. So that was one of my biggest stomach aches that we had. So far the walls are holding mostly. That's a lot. But once again, look at that. The terrain is playing in our advantage. This is the problem here. They're breaching. Let's get my troops over there. They also breach down here now. Let's get my Thanatos into safety, into the next layer. But yeah, I don't know. It's not that many left. Now let's get them back home. Breach here is not happening. This is still the biggest issue. Look at that crazy stuff. Here they breached the outer wall and are now running, but the second layer is very well fortified. No danger here. Here it helped us to have that terrain. That's safe. This is safe. I mean, they're still attacking here, right? But there's nothing close by anymore. And this is also where the terrain helped us a lot. Funneling them in. And I think we have won quite easily so too. Let's get my Thanatos here so we can destroy them. Look at that. They're trying to go to places now.
Our defenses are being attacked.
Gotcha.
The walls are under attack.
And I'm happy to report Sleepy Hollow prevailed. And we have survived the final wave. Anything interesting on this map, by the way, that we can have a look at? Nothing really here. It's really just that village of Doom, Tavern of Doom, that we should never have touched. And the good thing is it's not that close, right? So there was never really a danger of us getting close to this. Very nice. Some smaller leftovers that are trying to be heroic. My wasp takes care of them. I hope you enjoyed this one. There are billions. If you do, we might continue with another series on a higher difficulty then as well. I really enjoy this game. It's just very unforgiving. So if you screw it up in mid-game, all of the previous progress has been destroyed, right? So I'm very hesitant to go to higher difficulties further. But if you enjoy this one, we might go for that. There are billions. The game still holds up incredibly well today, and I think it's still the best city builder survival game that you can play on these maps. Fantastic. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned.